Team Empire's turn to ban.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Captain's Draft 3.0 presented by Dota 7 and Modog TV. My name is Sunsfan, joined by Purge and Pimp Muckle doing observing/production. This is Alliance versus Team Empire, Game 2 of this best of 3. Alliance crushed Game 1. They are number 1 in the group stage right now. Purge. I was going to say there's 0% chance that Empire lets that go through against Alliance, right?
Yeah, that hero's OP. You saw it. Were you casting? I was so disappointed that I wasn't casting the game that Arc Warden got through. And the worst part was I was playing a pub while it happened. So I didn't even get to like...
Slack's thing to do, bro.
God, it sucked. Somebody said that Arc Warden got through, and I just thought that meant that he hadn't been banned or something. Not that he actually got picked.
Right. And
I just didn't watch the game until after. But Fear played really well that game, and you know he might have creeps. It was good.
Yeah. So they, who are they playing again? Liquid. Liquid obviously does not follow Fear on Twitter because, like last week, he tweeted a bunch about Arc Warden and then he picks it in a match.
Yeah, I saw his tweets as well. But if he's playing against Liquid and they're on EU time zone, maybe they didn't see his tweets.
Yeah, that's possible. That's definitely possible. That's not good scouting, though. I know the first rule of thumb for scouting a player is look at their Twitter.
Or their Dota buffs.
Dota buff is also quite helpful. You want to see PA played constantly by Eternal Envy. Both are valid options. Anywho, Ricky's available. I don't know if you mentioned that, but
yeah, he got played yesterday as well.
He's been played what, 4 times now?
Yeah, he actually seemed pretty good. I can't remember what team played him.
Well, several. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
They played him in a 4 position.
Well,
and we
didn't play him, so it was either VP or Empire.
I think it was Empire, but I might be wrong.
So they played it as support, right?
Yeah, it was basically like roaming Ricky. They got a couple kills, and at some point they transitioned him into a lane, and then they just AFK. They just AFK got creeps until he got a defusal blade, and then he was contributing again. It was pretty good. It was a good game.
All right.
Played quite well.
There are certain heroes, Purge, in my experience, which is extensive, Captain's Draft that is, that are completely, in my opinion at least, overpowered in this mode, and Omni Knight is one of them. He is ridiculously good. As a support or a core, doesn't matter. He seems to have a very high win percentage in this mode, and it's because you just don't have that many innate counters depending on the pool of heroes. Obviously, you can get a defusal, but it doesn't always have that.
You're partially right, but Omni Knight still has laning problems if he's not like a farming core. Like if you're like a lot of teams have been playing him on carry. Alliance played him carry Omni Knight. Empire played carry Omni Knight. If you play him in that way, he kind of works. But in the late game, he doesn't continue to scale as a carry. So he does have weaknesses there. He doesn't become good at all stages of the game, even though his abilities are useful at almost all stages of the game.
I mean, that's one good counter, though. Silencer is
a
really good counter. Yeah. So I don't know if we'll see Omni for Empire at the very least.
It would be kind of nice with Death Prophet, I guess. You can help keep her alive. Guardian Angel and Repel would be a great solution, actually. But I don't know if it'll get picked just yet. I could, since Empire did have some success with the hero yesterday.
All right, a hero that I'd like to see, because he's trash tier right now. In fact, I put him bottom 10 of hero pools in general, is Tinker. He's just garbage right now.
I'm not so sure if I agree. Elite Wolves have been playing Tinker. They lost with it last
time,
Canada Cup, but the last time they played Complexity with it, they did really well. He's very gank prone. That's one of the big problems with him, and he doesn't really win his lane. Like Tinker doesn't really kill enemy mids unless there's a gank.
I mean, that's kind of the issue, is his laning stage and farming in the early game, right? Because that used to not be his issue at all.
If one of his abilities that did damage to enemy heroes actually could also farm creeps, then Tinker would be so much better than he is. But the fact that you have to like level up March on the machines just to kill creep waves, and then you can't kill your enemy hero, that's what makes Tinker kind of bad, I think. If he could do both of those things, then he would be picked all the time, because he could farm the lane. He would basically like win his lane. He would be able to kill his opponents. He would also be able to transition that into jungling, which is like.
I mean, back when they nerfed him, I thought they overdid it a bit. I mean, they like the March of the Machines not working on Ancients makes sense. I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, I'm not even a Tinker player, so I don't know why I'm defending him. But like the Ethereal Blade nerf, I think there was a Dagon nerf at some point, and then can't remember what else, but maybe more cast time on his ult or something like that. I can't remember, but too much.
No, I think it was okay. Like the E-Blade definitely needed to get nerfed, not just for Tinker, but also for Morphling. The hits you instantly thing was bullshit. You needed to have the ability to blink it, because it was just to hit you too reliably. Maybe they over-nerfed Tinker a little bit, but considering where he was in the game, he was I mean, there's not a lot of heroes that I would say had periods of like ultra OP-ness, and I think Tinker definitely was one of them. I would say less than 6 heroes in the last 2 years.
So what would be added to that list? Sniper, Troll,
Sniper, Troll, Leshrac.
Bear right now, and he's
no,
still not being nerfed.
I wouldn't
for
say
some
Lone
reason.
Druid is that extreme. It's not even that close.
Really?
Yeah, he's good.
Really?
He's a great hero. I think he's overpowered, or he's a little too strong maybe, but I wouldn't say he's on that same tier of
Okay.
insanely OP heroes. I'd maybe put Arc Warden on that, but he hasn't quite hit the same. Meepo at one stage was like ridiculously OP. Alright, let's talk about the game.
Alright, so we got picks.
Darkseer plus Phantom Lancer is a pretty good mid-game synergy. They can chase people down. They're probably going to put DP mid, obviously. It's going to be Lina support with Ogre Magi. Normally, I would criticize Lina support, but having some setup on Ogre is pretty good, even if his range is short. Their heroes are a bit weak to Global Silence, though, so they're going to have some issues with that. But Phantom Lancer, if he gets a Diffusive Blade, can be a solution to that. So maybe they'll be set. Enigma also goes for, Alliance goes for an Enigma, which is going to give them very good mid-game team pushing with Global Silence, Mech, Black Hole, all that good stuff.
How's Weaver for Alliance?
It's kind of good, but it's bad against Death Prophet because she can silence. So.
Oh wow.
Ursa's gonna maybe have some trouble this game. I feel like he's gonna have to get like a Maelstrom or something to deal with Phantom Lancer. He's not a good PL hero, an anti-PL hero, unless he initiates and stuns him first. So, if the game goes equal about, Ursa may have to transition into some solution against PL like a Hex. I'm not sure that was the pick there, but there weren't a lot of other good options. It was like Ursa, Slardar, Ricky, Alchemist for carry Weaver. Like none of those are really great.
It's all for the level 1 Roche, man. All it is, you know, it's all a ploy. You TP.
Kind of level 1 Roche.
I mean, they have Beastmaster, inner Beast, and that's pretty much it, I guess.
Yeah, and the other 3 heroes tank, basically.
Eidolons you can't use at the very beginning, and
yeah.
Pretty garbage, but hey,
it's not a good level 1 Roche, that's
man.
for sure. So
I mean,
Loda's,
it looks so bad that they can get away with it. That's the thing.
Now, one thing though is that Ursa is really good against Death Prophet. She's a very tanky hero, and Ursa does tons of single target damage. So if they can lock down DP, Ursa's going to be really good. But dealing with the PL might be a little hard.
EGM's going to be playing the Silencer Bulldog on Beastmaster yet again. Yeah, the very early smoke. I mean, this is going to be a fake Roche if anything. There's no way. I mean, if they were going to go for Roche,
I don't know, man. They have a lot of salves.
Oh wow, he did go Fury Swipes. Oh man.
They actually might be doing this.
Did I call it or what? But I'm surprised they wouldn't TP though, because it takes forever to get here. And anytime there's an Ursa, you think that the enemy team would scout. But we'll see. We'll see what Alliance is up to.
Effing way. They're already
Bulldog,
like here.
He didn't go.
Oh, they're gonna break. They're gonna break. Surely the smoke's gonna break. None of their smokes broke.
Oh,
that was so close.
There's no way to get away with this.
Almost revealed everything.
Is there any way this actually happens, Purge? Tell me. Over, under.
Possible.
They're walking right past. No way! Against Alliance?
They're not even doing this efficiently. Loda lost his salve here. Oh, he broke it again. They're losing all their salves. They're messing up, and they broke their Fury Swipes.
Oh,
they're pinging it. They're pinging it. They're pinging it.
Oh no!
They're messing it up. It's too late.
Crap out of Alliance.
Messed up. It's over. They're not going to kill it in
10
time.
stacks of Fury Swipes. No, they're not scouting it yet. They are so low. They're gonna get this. If they get this, they're just gonna die immediately after.
They're gonna get it.
Oh my god. There's 17,
No
18
way.
stacks now. Aloha Dad.
Okay, he's gonna
Look
die.
how close you are to getting a triple kill.
Oh.
They're gonna get Roche. Who picks it up? It'll probably be Loda.
Oh,
and
S4.
S4 getting Crypt Swarm.
Oh, he
the
missed.
right click will miss uphill. And FN does not get first blood. 2 dead for Alliance though. As Aloha Dance getting turned on. He got Spirit Lance level 1, so Loda might be able to clean this up. And a health salve is wasted too. Oh my god.
That was the sloppiest Roche I've ever seen, man. Like they literally had let Roche break 2 of their salves. Like that was so sloppy. But it worked.
Can you tell me what happened with the levels? Because Enigma's still level 1, so I guess did he die?
He died to Roche right before they killed it. Which actually was a good idea because he doesn't want to stay on the map when he's low. It's better that he dies to Roche there and goes back, denies Eidolon, and starts farming right away.
Well, more XP goes to his team. I mean, why not? I mean, Loda's level 3 at 48 seconds, so it's not too shabby.
Oh my god.
I
can't believe Empire was walking. Like, seriously, the Death Prophet was so close to revealing them. They didn't even know that she was there, and they walked right past. They were right on the edge in the Roche pit. It was so close. And if they would have broken, the whole thing would have been off. I mean,
people should listen to me more often. I mean, it's not all the way. It's so obvious, you know. It's like the worst. I mean, it's not the worst Roche line because you have Ursa, obviously, but they didn't go Inner Beast. They went Boar. Does Boar do anything? No.
Reduces attack speed by 10.
Is that
which is
negligible?
Something.
I mean,
I would say it's negligible, but if the Roche fails, then you're screwed in your lane. If you're Beastmaster,
that's true.
Like actually screwed. You wouldn't be able to jungle at all. You wouldn't be able to pull the creeps very well.
Oh, Funnick mid lane. Oh, LSA will miss S4, able to blink out in time. Yeah, that would have been a disaster. I mean, let's see what the gold distribution here for net worth. It's still decently close, actually. It's really the levels that we have to look at, which close to a 2K advantage for Alliance. And I think we've talked about this before, Purge, and I think you agreed with not me, everybody else though. As we'll get to that in a second. Is Funnick gonna get ganked upon by S4, and Ake's coming from behind, has Malphite available. LSA connects on S4, but Funnick taking tons of right clicks. S4 is going in deep with a Scream of Pain. We'll take a Crypt Swarm as punishment though. Alright, so as far as level 1 Roches, my idea, it's not an idea, we've seen it before, but give the levels to like 2 people instead of 5. And then you have 2 level 4 heroes. Or even 1 hero in level 5.5 for that 1 hero, and he just dominates.
I mean, in a perfect reality, yeah, you can make that happen. Like if they gave it to Queen of Pain and Ursa or something like that, that would have been really good. Because then Queen of Pain would have instantly been like level 3, and Death Prophet would have been 1, and then you just throw like a level 2 Shadow Strike on her right at the start of the game. That would have been really tough to deal with, but... You know,
this game was impossible because
it was impossible because they were constantly surrounded by enemies.
EGM blown up. Loda leaves the lane for 2 seconds, and that's what happens. Gonna get the bounty rune though, and he wants to use this Aegis as well. 2 minutes left on that.
It's kind of hard to use it this early. He does have Orb of Venom, so he's gonna have some extra slows here, but playing any of these guys is gonna be a little hard.
Do you think the Aegis, I mean, at that rate, I mean, I can't blame them for putting on anybody they could, but would it have been better on somebody like S4 in the mid lane, so he can go a little bit more ballsy and deep?
I'm gonna actually completely agree with you there. That's a really good point, especially on a Quap who can blink afterwards. In most cases, I agree. It should have been probably on Quap, and he went for the bounty rune as well and ended up giving first blood for it. So.
Oh, I see. I mean, the issue there is though, Ursa was so low that he was gonna die, or you thought he was gonna die at least. I don't know. Top lane, Admiral Bulldog.
They can get a kill here.
Oh, bot lane, more action. Looks like EGM's on the run yet again. Pops the Fairy Fire, takes Ignite, which is leveled this game, by the way. Ogre will fall, and the Spirit Lance will get the trade. 1-for-1 exchange right now as Loda's transitioning himself to try to clean up the rest of Empire's. Funnick looks to be sacrificing his body for the betterment of his team, and down he goes next. And Aloha Dance greeted by Ake with the Malefice. Doppelganger will pop. Loda chasing, has boots.
He's so much faster.
Only brown boots though.
Feels slow.
20 movement speed more for Loda. Doesn't have any mana to work with at all.
Oh, that'll do.
The casual level of Phantom Rush might save his life here. Oh, the S4. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Nice little fight there. That's level advantage right now. Loda's now 6. That's versus a level 4 PL. And these 2 levels of Earthshock, it's a 5-second cooldown. If you just cast this twice against a support that doesn't have boots, there's no way they get away. I guess Ogre even does have boots, and he still does so much damage to him.
And by the time Roche is back up, he's going to be able to just do it by himself, I would think. But you would think Empire would be scouting that out. Although they don't have anything, like they don't have a Hawk or anything like that to work with, so it would require physical person, assuming that a smoke is popped. But we shall see. Ursa Gaming.
If they just face checked once during that Roche area, it would have done so much. There's the heal.
Okay, tell me this: if Empire had scouted that out and got like a triplet, would the game just be over? I mean, not over, but like, that is a significant.
It would have been the reverse of the laning stage for how it went.
Yeah.
No Fear might be in trouble. Ake's really low.
Ake's in all likelihood going to go down. Aloha Dance going pretty deep, but the Admiral Bulldog Roar will keep him in place. Enigma does die. Aloha Dance forced to pop the Phantom, or the Doppelganger, I should say, and he might tick down to this curse. And indeed he does with the right click. But Loda in turn gets another kill. So a 2-for-1. Alliance is getting pretty damn good trades.
But Empire's doing not bad. It's 6-5, you know. And if somebody has an experience advantage over you, that means that when you kill them back, you get a lot more experience than you would normally. So as long as they're trading kills here, Empire will catch up. And I would say they're getting kind of equivalent trades. Like the gold graph is actually pretty big in Alliance's favor. They've got 2,000, but they've had a jungling Enigma this whole time. And I think that's a large portion of it. Not to mention they're winning the lanes a bit better because they are getting a few more kills.
Yeah,
and the experience is still steady.
Koos has not left this top lane, and as a result, is a higher level than the Admiral Bulldog, which is something to say after that level 1 Roche. Bottom lane in the meantime, Ogre Magi Gonna get the stun off onto Loda. And we'll walk away safely. Loda with the phase boots now, so could potentially catch up in future engagements. But the thing to note here for Empire is that Aloha Dance has now transitioned to top lane because, well, he's been struggling a bit. 19 last hits. He is 3-3, been dying, but is getting some kills, obviously. But the problem is he's level 4.
Could be better, that's for sure. And Beastmaster's close to his first Necro. He's got the belt and the staff already, so he's doing quite well here.
Oh my god, that's insane. He's gonna have a
7 minutes. Yeah, it's all right.
that's sick. Kidding. It's like watching the Bulba. Bulba and Admiral Bulldog Beastmaster are sights to behold for sure. Bottom lane. Okay, looks like Silencer just destroyed by Fanaku. Expends Laguna Blade. He'll take a Malefice. Loda trying to catch up with those phase boots. Malefice will only proc one more time, and Loda does have an Earthshock level 2. LSA does connect,
Sony.
but S4 again. Coming to finish off yet another Empire hero. The neutral kill will not be there in time. Admiral Bulldog in the meantime, taking a gank from Death Prophet, who, yep, that's right, she has a slow now. Pretty good.
She's a good
to
hero,
1 for 1.
She has 31 CS, a little bit low, but considering she was laning against a Quap that was way higher level than her, she's doing great. I think Funnick's been doing really well also. That's a support Lina, man. And if you can take a support Lina and you can turn yourself into a core, it is absolutely game-changing. And he's been able to do that so far. He's 3-2-2, Arcane Boots Wand. He's level 6 at 7 minutes. That's amazing, man. He can actually just pressure Loda in the lane.
I mean, the Phantom Lancer is playing the 4 right now, in all honesty.
Yeah, but
And
he will
Funnick
catch
is
up.
the 3 right now. Oh, yeah. For sure. Loda, gonna go pick up that regen room. Meanwhile, top lane, Exorcism is activated along with the fortification. You know how Alliance wants to defend these towers. Can they actually defend this one?
Well, they've
It's gonna
got
be pretty tough.
Awful here. They just have to get Beastmaster up and roar somebody, but it's pretty much dead
S4
already.
jumps in with a scream of pain. Empire able to get the tower. Loda TP's in as well. Doesn't have a blink dagger or anything that to work with. Doppelganger should be enough to get Aloha Dance away. Although S4 does have a blink in 3 seconds. He actually could get a kill, but I don't know if you can see this here. He gets the scream. Oh, we have the Sonic Wave. Nicely done. Cleans up the Phantom Lancer without issue. Admiral Bulldog in the meantime has a roar. The Surge will be wasted as a result, and Death Prophet in a ton of trouble, and by that I mean dead. Nice pickoffs by Alliance. Tier 1 tower does fall, but they'll get one for themselves along with 2 kills.
Yeah, the PL alone would have been a pretty good grab, but getting both the Death Prophet and the PL, that was amazing. Really nice micro by Admiral Bulldog to get the initial slow off. Really important.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And with that, Alliance, they might try to push some more, but of course the death timers are pretty damn low for Empire, and I believe Roche should be up. Roche is going to be up in about 30 seconds or so.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So if
I'm just
Alliance
gonna clean up the
basically
jungle.
takes tower advantage, like mid tier 1, bottom tier 1, then taking Roche every time is going to be much easier.
Yeah, mid
Very
tower is
important to
definitely pretty damn important. It's at half HP right now. Kobos in the meantime surges up. Don't know if it's going to be enough to get away from the right clicks of Loda. Just rips him a new one. Those level 3 Fury swipes. He's going to take an What? Oh, the level 1 rush, by the way, guys, is up on our YouTube channel, moonduck.com/moonducktv. Pimp Muckle, pretty amazing as EGM, just wrong place, wrong time. Pops global silence for that as well.
Yeah, he's a little out of position there, but Loda wasn't ready to fight. He's too low from diving there. They got the Darkseer kill. Trading that for support's going to be worth it. So he goes back. He's got 1,400 gold. Mask of Death as well. Or Morbid
Roche
Wrath,
is
sorry.
up. Roche is up.
Yeah, but taking it is... It's dangerous, as we saw earlier this game. He doesn't have the best Roche build either. He's got 3 in Earthshock. The best way to do Roche is a mix of Fury Swipes and Overpower, but I have a feeling he can do it solo, especially
Yeah,
with the
can you
bottle.
explain? I've actually never seen Earthshock leveled up so highly early on.
Well,
Why
they
is that?
buffed it so much. It's a 5-second cooldown for a 4-second ability.
Oh, bottom lane. Black Hole is going to cancel out the Surge completely, and again, the right clicks of Loda are more than enough.
I mean, Earthshock's an amazing ability. If this is on any other hero, you'd be like, yep, I'm going to max that every time. Like, it
That's
does
true.
4 seconds of 55% slow on a 5-second
75
cooldown.
mana,
Like,
too.
It's
Really
so
low.
good. Yeah, and 75 mana, it's very inexpensive. I mean, it scales poorly because at some stage, movement speed only slows are just not good, but It'll work out.
And that kill onto the Darkseer leaves an opening for Alliance to go in for another Roche, and the really smart thing from Alliance is they're pressuring mid at the same time, so
Yeah.
a
That's really
distraction,
good.
if nothing else.
Yeah, both getting a kill and doing the distraction mid makes a huge difference. Because then all the brain power vampire is going towards mid. They're not thinking about where the Ursa is at the
And
moment.
Aki, although he can only really help with right clicks right now in the Roche pit, he really wants the experience from Roche because he missed out the first time, you know? He's gotta get some of that goodness. Ursa
be in
picks
the
up the
party.
Aegis. Meanwhile, mid lane, no fear. Oh my goodness. Roared and brought down with ease yet again. Alliance getting the better end of that stick.
Radiant's top tower is under
Well,
attack.
I think Alliance is in a good spot here.
Has been denied.
Level 9 now in Enigma. What is he buying? He's got like no items
Dire's
yet.
bottom tower is under attack.
Who's that, Enigma?
Okay, it's gonna be a mech. He's got a lot of mech components on his courier. Okay, there it goes. That's the worst when you have like one Ironwood branch in your inventory, so it doesn't make this like nice little item on the courier. He hasn't brought anything else out yet. And they're still getting towers. They don't even have mech yet, and they're still getting towers. That's just so ahead.
And Loda picks up that Blink Dagger, so it's going to be able to catch up pretty damn easily now. And this tier 1 tower, it's going to fall one way or another, but the question is, will it be denied? Fortification is not up. As Funnick is going to trade his life for it. Not sure
That's not
worth
bad.
it.
It's okay, in my opinion. It's also going to open up the jungle a lot, and Empire does have pretty aggressive heroes. Death Prophet, Lina, Ogre, they can get ganks off, so it's not good completely, especially because it's going to possibly turn into a tower, but I think it's okay.
It's better trades than they've been getting, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it's when you're behind, I think a trade like that is worth
Dire's
it,
bottom
basically.
tower is under attack.
But it should allow this tower to be heavily pressured. By the time Funnick's alive, he's going to have to start TPing, it's going to be down to like 20%.
Dire's structures
Yeah,
are
Host
fortified.
has the mech, so they have potential
Dire's
to fight.
bottom tower is under attack.
Prophet with only the level 1 Exorcism.
Radiant's
As this
top
tier 1 tower,
is under attack.
there's no way they
They're
defend
too
this
late
now.
now. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is fortified.
But does Alliance want to continue to push this? Ignite onto the Hawk will be enough to take it out.
I don't know, man. They know there's a ward up there. These Alliance
Double
does.
wards, yeah. Oh, Loda really wants to go in. He has the Aegis. He has no fear. No pun intended. As he goes upon no fear. Global silence is activated. Mech's going to keep no fear alive, but again, the right clicks from Loda are just way too much to handle. And with
Yeah.
the 5v4, is that enough to push, or are they just going to farm up?
I
Like
mean,
they'll farm up.
you can't let them initiate, and if they're ahead like that, you can't let Ursa go on one of your heroes, because especially with global silence, it just is going to result in somebody dying. What they basically have to do, they maybe could have backed up, smoked, stood over on the left side, and then initiated if they either stunned EGM. It looks like he was actually mid, but they needed to kill somebody instantly within like 1 second. That's the only way that they win that fight.
You really need 4 staffs against Ursa. That would be like the best item to pick up for a support. Diffusal is, I mean, Diffusal will be picked up by Phantom Lancer, and it doesn't take off his ult, Ursa's ult anymore, but it'll
Correct.
still slow, obviously. But once he gets BKB, it's not really going to matter too much, so I'm not sure if that's really that high of a priority. But of course, Phantom Lancer usually gets that item anyway, so we'll expect nothing
Yeah,
less.
it's more about increasing his damage massively, and it's going to allow them to remove global silence from key heroes.
Oh, I hear a roar. It is on Funnick. He's going to get 1v1'd by the Admiral Bulldog as S4 expends his ult to take out the Phantom Lancer with no trouble. Funnick actually wins that 1v1, surprisingly enough. Well, in all likelihood, fall shortly thereafter indeed does. It's a 3-for-1, in fact. Who else died? That was the Ogre Magi. So 3 different locations and 4 deaths overall, but a 3-for-1 for Alliance.
Dire's
Funnick's owning,
bottom
man.
tower is under attack.
Playing hard or not hard support, but he's playing the 4 position support and he keeps getting kills. That's really
He's
big.
quite farmed for Lina. I mean, level 10 right now, has drums, and going for Aether Lens next, and
Dire's structures
should
are
actually has
fortified.
enough for the recipes. Get it.
It'll be a nice pickup to have. Long-range light strike arrays are really beneficial because usually you can basically stun somebody from outside of darkness range. So if somebody goes on the Ursa, or if Ursa goes on somebody, for example, Funnick could potentially stun the Ursa without him anticipating it, which would completely turn team fights.
Really interested to see what Loda gets next. Is mid lane, we have an initiation on a Chavos. Next up,
I think he might be okay.
getting horribly slowed. Surge is now online. The Shadow Strike is going to tick him pretty low, and the last right click from S4 will ensure the kill for Alliance yet again. As there's the
Took a
Basher.
lot of doing.
Okay.
Yeah, Bash is a good way to deal with the PL without having to buy something like a Hex. It's a lot less expensive. You can get an Abyssal afterwards. Good choice. Also, Ursa attacks so fast now that when you do get a Bash, it does 120 bonus damage. I believe that's magical. So, Basher got a little bit better on Ursa.
Well, doesn't it even out though?
It
Or
does,
they
but
buffed
you
it?
attack so often that you like guarantee that you're going to get a bastion. Whereas for a
I
hero
see.
that attacks at a more moderate rate,
Yeah.
you have more extremes. Basically, there's a lower
Yeah.
chance that in a short period of time that you'll get a hit.
Well, the
Also-
Aegis is about to go bye-bye. He didn't use the first one either, right? So these are more space creators, if nothing else. And there it goes. Roshan reclaim, and it'll be back up in 5.5 minutes. So that's what I was talking about the other day, is when it goes away, you see the timer on the right. And then you see it again at the 8-minute mark. So mid lane, tier 2 tower, at half HP, Aloha Dance with drums. Doesn't have any crazy-ass farmers. We're going to have the initiation here from Alliance, but Global Silence
Oh, he whiffed.
will stop Empire in their tracks as No Fear taking right clicks. There's a nice back wall from Phobos, but there's the black hole only on 1, but enough to get Phobos. It looks like a 3 for 1, or 3 for nothing, in fact, as Aloha Dance doesn't do anything. Funnick will get a consolation kill, but how much does it really matter? As Aloha Dance, your supposed carry, is just getting decimated. Oh, the doppelganger, unlucky, but he would have gotten away regardless.
The fight was almost so good for Empire there. They moved in a weird way, and it resulted in S4 missing his ultimate. They had a great wall vacuum, but at that stage, Death Prophet was already dead. They didn't get any value of Death Prophet in the fight, and if they would have, they could have won that fight entirely. But just too many disables. Global Silence is so hard to fight in when your opponents have an advantage. And Alliance is just looking like a world-class team, man. Nobody's standing up to them.
They're clearly the best in this group, I think. We haven't seen them face Virtus Pro as of yet. That'll happen tomorrow. Virtus Pro did lose to Empire. Of course, this is Captain's Draft, so it's not the most consistent as far as drafting is concerned. But Alliance was in Captain's Draft last season as well, and I think they got last place, actually. Of course, it was a completely different lineup, but I can't remember if they were in Season 1. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up. Oh yeah, they did well in Season 1, yeah. So quickly I forget, you know? It's all that drugs and alcohol. Hue. That's top lane.
Man. I was just agreeing with you, that's all.
You're gonna give me some knowledge bombs
you're a
on
drug addict,
alcohol and the drugs. Drugs for them kids.
Here. Oh, they see him. They
EGM.
It's gonna be hard.
He has the LSA will miss, and unfortunately not able to get the kill for Empire.
The laziest dodge ever.
Oh, No Fear jumps in. He has no fear, but he's gonna fall as a result. And Phonic is gonna be next on the list. He's silenced up and brought down with the last right click of S4. Exorcism looks to be wasted, and I don't even think Alliance cares. They'd want to initiate. You see Admiral Bulldog pops his ult along with the Global Silence, and that's 3 kills. Make it 4, and yeah, GG. Alliance crushes game 2.
That's pretty impressive play by them. Again, they grab strong early game heroes. They bullshit their opponents, and they take Roshan at level 1. Man, balls of steel for that one.
Yeah.
Considering how close they were to the enemies the entire time, but game 2's a bit closer. But their team fights were just so much better. Like, it's so hard to fight against Global Silence. Ursa didn't even die this game.
You said game 2 was closer?
This game was game 2, correct?
Yeah.